streaming some fucking Alice Madness Return, which will probably be, let's see, according to this would basically be the last Wednesday of it. And Friday, I'm still figuring out what the fuck I want to do for that shit, because I already finished the game I did for that one. So it might just be a bonus of Alice Madness Return or a bonus of fucking Doom, I don't know. All I know is Alice Madness Return and Doom will be the two that basically aren't done. Or aren't going to be completely done by this fucking, like, month. But, other than that, I'm gonna get fairly far in both of them. If this one will fucking load. Not be a pain in the ass. Yeah, give me a moment. Here, got some annoyances. Appears to be not loading properly, so just give me a moment. Yeah, it's being buggy. So just give me a moment. By not show any video. But yeah, it'll be up in like a second. There it is. Now let me just check. Yep, it's showing. So let me just do what I usually do. Alright. Time to get this shit rolling. Last time I checked, I got done this fucking big piece. That's right, there was a battle arena in this one. Fuck. A little tricky. Oh, that's just how these always are. Let me just do a last check on the video. Good. I just wanted to be sure that's not buggy as shit, because sometimes it is. And I don't like it when it's buggy. Need to slowly kill this one. There we go. Just what I needed. Perfect. Gotta make use of that hysteria shit, because that thing is fucking overpowered. What's this over here? Oh, I see. I have to do some things, probably. And look, it's another shitty puzzle. As it always is.
Once more, the Shadow Dragon winds along the path. Follow the dragon, Alice.
Ah, I see how it goes. Makes perfect sense, really. At least now it does.
And now I have to collect a bunch of garbage. Is it really all the way up here? Okay. So I need to use the jumper then. I guess I can't access this area yet. That's one of these. Forked path. Might as well get fully healed. Sorry, I'm just bored. There we go. Enough fucking around. Two more missing pieces. Is there a whole point to this? There is, apparently. Alright, there's just tons of these here for fucking no good reason. Pesky worms. There's a whole lot of them. Little the camera angle there is a little wonky.
The gate is opened. Now it appears that I can continue my ascent to the peak.
What are in these cages? It's like... Oh, I can't land on that. That's unfortunate. Even though I could probably perfectly land on that. But you know. Game logic. There we go, got him. Yeah, those archer guys are really easy to deal with. Speaking of which, let me just check a thing or two. Alright. The frequent shit I'm doing, like right now, is pretty much me being cautious about issues.
Abuse and murder us. They let their spawn feed on our rotting corpses.
I don't know what the reward is for that.
Lovers often exchange a lock of hair to symbolize their vows. The human heart is opened by a vast assortment of keys.
Just like the type of area there would be enemies in. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's a good combo thing to do. I'll have to keep that in mind. That seems like it would be really good. in the future and shit. I won't be able to view chat this stream.
I can recite Red Riding Hood backward. I know my multiplication tables.
Mainly because of all those.
I have intelligence.
Really?
Mainly because of probably like my laptop's just on my room and I won't be able to view chat because of it.
Into his belly.
Wake that? What about its tongue? And the prospect of warts? Ooh. Anyway, how do you know?
I imagined how it was done while I was sleeping.
Okay. Literal stun lock and severe bullshit. Rather interesting. Fucking heads. Wait, what the fuck? There was nothing that hit me there. No projectile, nothing. Ah, shit. Alright, that does absurd amounts of damage at such a short range, it's retarded. There you go. wonder what's back here. I mean, I might as well check it out while I'm like, you know, dealing with all these bullshit enemies. Looks like that worked.
Perhaps if I rang that gong, he'll wake up.
Probably should break all their random shit. There's some weird like spots here that I can like for some reason jump on. Of course, of all things, I should probably pull that lever down over there. So I'm gonna go do that. Alright, invisible wall. Typical bullshit. Actually, you know, since I don't have my laptop on me right now, I'm gonna check chat real quick and some other crap. Alright, here's a Radilla room. It's one of these. I guess the whole gimmick here is just get out alive. Also, that hit me a shoddy hitbox. Okay, my character just reappeared briefly. Alright, so apparently I can't jump on that. Even though it has clearly is something I can probably jump on.
Righto.
Definitely one of the easier ones. Where the f go beyond this point? I guess I have to go like back this way. There you go.
Only the savage regard the endurance of pain as the measure of worth.
These streams are always quiet. Like, I don't exactly talk much. It's mainly because I don't have much to talk about. Like, I'm not one for such things. Well, it's more or less I like adding on to conversation than doing my own. Damn it. Enemies kind of function a little like weird when it comes to like things like, I don't know, canceling animation. Why am why is it making me move towards him? I'm moving like, I'm literally hitting like D instead of like W. It shouldn't really be fucking moving, I'm like, shouldn't really be moving Alice like forward. Like that, that's... I'm gonna stun this guy. Go on these assholes. Just taking this shit slow. Alright, now I can properly deal with this guy. Should be almost dead now. Always a trick to these things. Sometimes it takes one try, sometimes it takes 3.
Regrettably, the creature has to die for its image to be properly killed. The subjects of art often suffer.
Alright, got another one of those memory items. I just need to get past this fucking third chapter. I mean, there's gotta be not much left after this. Assuming this is probably the last piece of this shit.
A restless seeker on private business arrived in the misery-infested land. She, despite ignorance, uncertainty, and unhappiness in her own life, could not endure to see them suffering. She began to fight against the savage murderers, abusers, and defilers without quite knowing why or for whose sake she truly fought, or how the struggle would end.
I think this shit tends to speed up a lot after like the third one, because the third one's kind of a long one. It's like split into 2 parts: the Veiled Doom and the Far East. Right now I'm doing the Far East, which is the second half. And it's just one of those ones that pretty much tends to take quite a bit. It's mainly because it just has a lot of shit in it. In terms of interactivity and shit. Fucking cloud. Of course. Always one of those. Gotta do this because it's easier. Of course, I can't jump while doing it, so that kind of fucks me over as well. There we go, it's done. I mean, the first two were alright, but I feel like the third and fourth one of this shit is kind of overdrawing it. Bit too much. Also, it looks kind of desolate now. Like, as you reach the top, it gets more and more desolate. Okay. It's neat. Spooky. I still love that fucking trail effect on this weapon. Perfect. Got a nice stretch effect to it and all that.
I've come all this way to find a simulacrum.
If I had the time, I'd detail how often you prefer dealing with illusions rather than the real thing. Problems you refuse to deal with don't exist. You deny reality.
That's not right. I know what's real.
No, and you allow others to tell you what isn't real. Now, come inside.
It's a drop. He's in like a cocoon or something.
My memories are shattered. This wicked train has ruined nearly all I can recall. And Wonderland will perish completely as I lose my mind. So much has changed. I can't help Wonderland if I can't help myself.
Much has changed, but you got it backwards. Save Wonderland and you may save yourself. The Carpenter was onto something. He was hiding from the real. Your goal is to accept it.
Where should I go then? What should I do?
The Queen must be served, Alice. The Queen in all her guises must always be served.
How can she stem this growing corruption or assist my search? What does she know that I don't?
She is someone you once knew and loved. Time changes us all.
Not all change is good.
Remember that when you find the Queen.
Because that's the end of chapter 3.
Time changes us all.
I know there's like 6 chapters in this entire game or something.
Oi, you there. That's enough of that. Coming a regular this, Nick Alice. What's this time, Fred?
Howling outside the old lady, muttering about a murder in Threadneedle Street, cursing insects on the National Railroad. Had to bring her in, didn't I?
Shut, menace to herself. But no danger to others, surely. She don't belong in jail.
Too true, but where then does she belong?
Let's walk her out, Fred. Send her back to Dr. Bambi. He raised holy hell last time I kept her overnight.
Oh, what happened?
Same night Jack Splatter, that waste of mother's love, was nabbed for gutting that heavy outside the Mermaid. Yeah, I was taking Alice down and we meet 2 coppers walking Jack to the cells. He's mad in the usual I never, wrong bloke nonsense when he sees Alice. That's the bitch what done it, he yells. She screams, you miserable cur, you leech, you maggot, living off another's labour, etc., etc. I'm admiring her line of inquiry, but suddenly she hits her head or something and faints. Couldn't send her home, could I? and Dr. Bumby pitched a fit. Said he'd have me jobbing me arse on a plate. Told him he could have the former. Leave the latter alone, thank you very much. Good night, Alice. You know the way out.
Hmm. Basically, like, she's just, like, losing her shit again, pretty much, it seems. Storyline. Look here. Two of them look the same. That's just boredom, though. Got some spoops going on here. Oh, it's coming out of this shit again. It's always when it's like... oh, I hear something. Where is it? There it is. Keep forgetting there's like some of them that are like invisible in the fucking game.
Blamed I'd stolen his heart, trifling with his affections. Creepy sod. Touching me. Told Papa to never invite him to tea again.
And I missed a step. Doesn't matter now. Seems to have... pretty much just... looks like it allowed me to get it regardless. But it appears to be more to it. Yeah, there seems to be nothing else beyond that point. I'll just head all the way back here. Fuck. This is the tricky part, getting this like good jump in. They're kind of harder to detect in this one if I'm trying to do it like a very specific way. Like normally they're like bright, there's like little petals and shit, but like they're harder to see in this area. Probably because it's a higher, like a lower ambience to it. That tends to, do quite a few things. There's just to get a little extra cash, I guess. So far, no enemies. So I guess that's something. It came from there. There's some shit over here. There's 2 switches. One opens the door. I see what has to go on here. I gotta first use this one to basically hold down the fucking platform. And then afterwards, I just put this down. And I miss it. Of course. Perhaps there's like some kind of loophole to this. According from here. Oh wait, I got a better idea here. I can do this. Apparently it shuts. Does it only stay active for a limited time? Is that what it is? Guess it only stays active for a limited time. Yeah, I gotta be extra precise with this shit. Damn it. Or perhaps I can bypass it via that one set of cards over there. I just thought of something. What I can potentially do to cheese this. Alright, this needs to be all the way up. Ah, I almost got it. I almost pulled some serious fucking cheese. Oh well. Yeah, but I missed that one. Oh. Let me get back up there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it one more normal shot before I, like, cheese the shit out of this again. And that's not working. Here's the real question. Is it possible for me to just... like, I don't know. What this? See, so that's what it does. But try it the other way around, it should work. There you go. There was a tad bit of uncertainty there. I haven't encountered any enemies yet, so... not sure.
Oh, Rio. Is
Alright.
it good or bad?
What?
Is the voice good? Is the voice good or bad?
It's alright.
Okay, it's not Roboti. That's all you know. So magic is funny. I gave him the political intrigue idea for a game, but told him how to limit it to extent, but also explained to him how to actually break the game. I still want to play in one of those again. It was so much fun.
Did you just not understand how, like, how to bullshit it?
He does. It's just he has to get used to it because it's a new concept.
It's a freeform nature of it is basically what makes this easy to break. When you give it free, let them do whatever the fuck they want, it comes back to screw you over, basically.
That's why I said you have to be. That's why I said you can't run NPCs with it, but you can be the king, and you have to be a tyrant over them on purpose too. He's like, I like the idea. Well, that's how you're actually supposed to play it. You have to have your GM actually has to be a character in the game to play it properly.
He's also got to be an asshole about it, otherwise it'll just fucking break.
Yep, that's what he has to do. And people hate that, but that's the whole point of it.
Alright, so it's just gonna make me go on this anyway.
Go on what?
I'm streaming right now.
No, I was just making jokes too earlier because I was watching this one guy's Twitter feed on purpose because he's a dickhead and I wanted to see what he said. Greg?
Yep.
And he was funny. He was very rude and it was like hilarious what he said. But Twitter's pure cancer, I noticed.
What else is new?
What else is new? Twitter's dead. It's officially dead. It hasn't gotten. It has. Well, apparently, according to its public releases, it hasn't had an increase in in users in years.
Back to
In a
admire your
year.
handiwork.
And the advertisers, like I said to everyone else,
It had to be done, Cat.
I've been
You
doing
said
this
it
study,
yourself. You
and they found out
spread
through that
in,
study that
then
advertisements
Choose
that go
the
over
carrot
videos
on your
or
body.
like
Excise her,
feeds like Twitter
perish.
haven't been selling items.
Well,
They
she
don't
was
sell.
the face of
So they're starting to pull out.
heart
So within
and
the next year,
darkness.
Twitter's losing money.
She didn't treat you too well last time.
But they're finally
She
starting to
was
figure out
angry.
nobody wants to be on, nobody
She
listens to
was
them, and nobody
completely
cares about
deranged with
advertisements
her
on there.
crown,
So they're pulling out now.
and put it down.
So Twitter
I must
and
speak
YouTube's
to her.
basically
What's
in
left of her
the
anyway.
red next year.
Oh, I just got to chapter 4 in this game.
And how is it?
Pretty good. The previous chapters were kind of annoying because they were very short. The first chapter was really long, and everything else, and the first two were kind of like average. Which was kind of annoying. It's the third one.
Kinda.
Well, chapter 3 is just a fucking stretch in general.
How much of a stretch?
Its second section takes fucking forever to do. And it's not because of difficulty, it's just a lot of shit to go through. Yeah.
Obstacles, basically.
A lot of walking and puzzle phases. Useless puzzles that don't even actually stop a person. Unless they probably had Down syndrome, then it would probably stop them. But other than that, not really.
Down syndrome, I can agree with that one.
Like anybody could do that in like 2 seconds. It's not actually challenging or anything.
That's true.
And now I gotta fight card guards. The card guards are like zombies because in the first one they were destroyed, basically.
How were they destroyed?
Because, well, you just kill a shit ton of them in, like, the first one. There's a little secret back here.
Yeah, and you're right. Another problem with political intrigue is you have to get your players to commit the acts, too. Right.
Also a game of consequence, and a very heavy game of consequence.
That's why I said you have to get your players to commit the act even in the first place. You have to get them caught in the act, too.
Hello.
So, I did notice
Hello?
a few flaws in it. Hello.
Who's this?
Hello.
Didn't see it.
Kid Joker.
Oh yeah, I
He's
can't.
the new one.
Oh yeah, I can't see Discord right now.
I'm a rando that you joined today.
You are very low. I should probably up your volume.
That's funny because you guys are deafeningly loud to me.
I'm not even loud. That's the best part.
My gain. I'm only using 8% of my gain.
I'm going deaf.
Oh,
You
well.
might. Maybe you want. You should probably adjust the volume on whatever audio output you're using.
The Red
Yeah,
Kingdom's in ruins.
we only
Wanna
use
get
8%
off?
volume or 10%, 15% max.
No, Eric, you use more than 8%.
Set upon by her monstrosity, the malignant
No,
royal-
on my mini computer, I don't listen to you guys more than
I
8%
must
volume.
get inside.
The only way in is through me.
My master bones always at 8% when I listen to you guys on my
Those who
computer.
say so
So-
usually
Oh,
they should be.
good advice. I have lowered
Cynicism
your
is
guys'
a
volume.
disease.
I am no longer
Can be
going
cured.
deaf.
Once inside, beware of the outsized killer who patrols.
If only the volume on your of your speaking could be increased.
Loose.
I put it to.
Is it fine if I just talk louder?
It's not making a difference. It seems like it's just your audio, your microphone or something.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Are you talking off your phone?
What happened?
Never have
Are
I
you
heard a
talking-
phone sound like that. What?
Are you talking off your phone or a computer?
Phone.
Yeah.
Never have I heard a phone sound like that low ever. Not even my phone's like that.
To be fair, I'm also using push to talk,
Push to talk shouldn't have done anything.
and it's on speaker. I'm like half.
I feel like it should be louder if it's speaker.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
Alright.
I wonder what. Anyway, hello, Mr. Blue Dragon, sir.
Hello.
I just showed up to say hello. I wish I would have done earlier, but I just finished working in a 10-hour shift, 11-hour shift.
Understandable.
That's understandable. What kind of work do you do?
People they're busy.
I work in a factory.
I mean, what kind of factory work? Like paper, steel.
Orange factory.
An orange.
Ooh,
It's actually white, but we, pack and ship oranges.
That's
do you
pretty
get
cool.
benefits?
None.
Rip.
Ah,
Wait.
so you live in the States then?
Blue Dragon, you're live streaming, are you?
Yes,
Oh, so are people hearing me?
Yeah.
I don't think they're be able to hear you, because of how low it is, but I'm talking to someone.
Oh, either that or you're going insane.
Nah, it's gotta be both.
Here you went insane. I spent 3 years listening to my buddy. I already consider him insane. So.
Everyone has a touch of madness to them. Doesn't matter. I mean, that's what mental illnesses are and everything.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Did the picture of Uncle Sam not give it away? The fact that I'm from the United States?
Not exactly. You could be faking it. I had to make sure.
Oh, I was raised in LA.
Oh, really?
Oh, the city of sin, but the city of morons now. It's more like.
That city, I grew up in. If you
I'm
guys
not
know
sure where I have
anything
to
about
go
Los
here.
Angeles- If you guys knew anything about Los Angeles, if you guys know anything about Los Angeles, you might know the place. I'm from a place called Crenshaw in LA.
Well, was it the moronic part of it, or the night, or like a smart part of it?
Let me put it this way: there is more crime per square mile in Crenshaw than there is Compton.
Oh, so you're basically in the super ghetto of LA.
So the moronic part of it.
No. We make the super ghetto look like basic fixes.
Only one section of a city can hold the title of super ghetto.
Look, I got mugged when I was 11. Two of my friends got hit by cars. I got stabbed, and then someone else got shot.
Damn, that's like some fucking thug life shit.
I was.
Yep, that's the fun ghetto.
The most dangerous kind of ghetto.
It wasn't one of those stories where it's like, yeah, I beat up my mugger or something like that. No. I'm 6'2" now. I was 4'11". I was 4'8" back then. I cried. Like fucking. Snot.
Oh no shit, because like these people are.
Well, how tall was your mugger?
He looked like a giant from my perspective, but I was 4'8", so most things look like a giant from my perspective.
Ah, fuck the executioner.
Oh, that sucks. we always ask these questions where you're from, because
It's always good to know what everyone's story is.
Windmills.
and what not to say.
Decapitation.
Yeah, because we always ask where you're from, how you basically live, because it's so we don't offend anyone completely.
Yeah.
It's a precaution, because we have offended a few people out of the chat because of it.
There's the extras.
Wait, are you guys also in America?
Yeah.
He's from America, I'm from Canada. So,
That's cool.
so here, our factor, we get benefits.
Oh yeah, I know. I have several Canadian friends and they like to poke fun at me and, you know, American life.
Ugh. Well,
I think the only
depends, where
problem-
do you live?
I think the only problem is over there, Eric, is you have like heavy localization of things.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's the only problem.
What part of Canada? Because I know a few Quebecois and
My original family's from basically Quebec, but we're Ontarians now.
so what
So
are your
Ottawa.
thoughts on the Quebecois?
I forget. We're from one of the older parts, like 60, like a long time, like almost.
My two Canadian
So
friends-
let's see, almost like 80 years, 70 years ago. So I don't remember. I don't remember it.
I've noticed that a lot of Canadians from certain areas don't like the Quebecois for some reason.
Okay, I have something. I've been to Quebec, and they're assholes. They're jerks.
I think you're using the French pronunciation of Quebec.
And the Quebecois, if you go to the wrong areas, they'll mug you. If you're not in Quebec, Quebecois will insult you, and they will ignore you.
They have a very hostile form of localization.
They do. Hey, you can't speak about Jersey. Greg's from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
Every other town is a ghetto.
No, that's not true. The area by the pier where you would get to set sail to the Statue of Liberty is considered somewhat nice.
It's more or less part of New York, if anything.
No, Alex, to be honest, Quebecois is now a actual ghetto. At this
And
point.
what I mean is basically like it's one of those like areas that's pretty much like ambiguous. But I'm not saying like all of them are. I'm just saying every like every town, even if like a town's not ghetto, they're linked to some sort of ghetto like next to it or something. Although it doesn't leak in, it's still there. Basically.
So, no, like, I grew up in the ghetto. It was fucking horrible.
Oh, so did I. I was kids in the ghetto area.
Crap.
Not like you bad guys yours, but it was still bad.
How did we also...
I grew up in an alright neighborhood.
First of all, it's hard to survive unless you know what you're doing. For me, my ghetto was more racism ghetto.
I think the ones around my town were basically like they're that type that was pretty much, it was more or less they just like to rip on people.
So is it like the racism ghetto where like to rip on people but have their standards, or is it like the kind of ghetto that I will mug you type?
It's a more tame one. It's a more tame one.
So like more like the racist one.
Yeah.
So.
We're
Yeah.
talking about the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ghetto talk.
Yo, I just finished Doki Doki Literature Club. What the fuck? You
Yeah,
played it,
Favorite
Greg?
one?
Oh, and I'm busy trying to deal with fucking an executioner that's indestructible and a bunch of fucking card zombies.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot more wholesome than what I just experienced.
Well,
Oh, by the way, Richard, I had the most fantastic fucking Hearthstone game in existence.
You play Reno Priest, so you're scum. I'm sorry.
I played against a number of Reno priests, and it lasted for 40 turns.
40 turns? You both suck. Reno Priest should never ever take that long. Here's the Reno Priest matchup. Here's
We kept countering our own shit, basically.
Yeah, here's the final frontier of Reno Prius.
Damn it.
Get Raza plus Anduin first, and then burst them from.
I have Death Knight Anduin now.
That is what Shadow Reaper Anduin is.
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's the entire deck.
Yeah, I have
Get
that now.
And then fuck you.
Yeah, I finally got it and I love it. It's fucking bullshit. I do Lyra combo with it, basically.
Dude, play Spawn of Shadows.
Oh no, not that fucking card.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's Reno Priest.
Richard, Kid Joe's trying to talk.
Yeah, there's another person in the call in the chat, Richard, and he has a very low mic.
You can also do like what's her face.
That's fine. We're just trying to tell. We're just bringing it up because of the fact that like so you don't get like drowned out. That's all.
I see. Fuck Reno Priest.
I would like to hear.
Because it basically has killed every single deck except for Exodia Mage.
Well,
Those are the only two decks you can play now.
And now you got Exodia Paladin.
Exodia Paladin is cute, but Mage is better because there's
No, like they got the legitimate form of a fucking Exodia, which is
there is no counter to Exodia Paladin when they actually
Rocket.
Not Ice Block, not nothing. The problem is getting there.
Yeah, but it's true Exodia, where it's basically if you fucking trigger it, it's gonna kill them.
Exodia Mage is only infinite damage. It will not actually insta-give them, no matter what.
But yeah, even when it was like 40 turns, like a 40-turn match, we were both neck and neck. Like it was either one of us, like next turn was gonna be one of us killing each other, pretty much.
No, it's playing solitaire to both ends. Oh, either I have the combo or I have the counter or I don't. Oh, either he has the combo or he doesn't.
The irony was we were both comboing frequently.
Yeah, you both had the counter because your entire deck is only in existence to make sure that you don't have to play Hearthstone. You can just push buttons and win.
And ours just fuck off and cause shenanigans on purpose.
It's not shenanigans, it's just...
Salt.
No one gets to play Hearthstone with Reno Prius. Not the Reno Prius, not the person playing against them. You play Solitaire, and the best deck against Reno Prius is basically the final form of Solitaire, which is Exodia, right? Just ignore everything the other guy does, just draw your entire deck and then kill them with infinite damage. Problem solved. And that's what I have to do now, and I hate it. I like minion combat. A lot of people like minion combat.
I
would rather have.
I purposely lean towards minion combat when I do my mono.
Richard, Kid Joe's asking a question about.
What?
I thought if you summon Exodia, you win the game.
Which one? The Literature Club?
No, about the he said if you summon Exodia, you win the game.
That's basically how Paladin is in fucking Hearthstone.
That's Exodia Paladin. The other one is Exodia Mage, which is only half a step worse. Here's what you do. This is kind of wild only in terms of being really good. So here's what you do. You get 2 Sorcerer's Apprentice, 2 Molten Reflection, and Archmage Antonidas. You use Thorasand to discount 4 out of 5 of them by 1. And then on turn 10, you play Antonidas, you play the Apprentices, you Molten Reflection, and then Fireball costs 0, and you can infinitely Fireball your opponent's face. And anything else that they have. You just have infinite Fireballs, which means nothing they do save for Ice Block will save them. They can have a billion armor, they can have Mal'Ganis, you can just kill Mal'Ganis and then go face. It doesn't matter.
It's basically...
The only thing that stops it is Ice Block.
Yeah.
Or killing them first. One of the two.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, that's what it takes to beat Reno Priest, which is why I don't like it very much, because it basically killed
it's a hyper adaptive deck. That's the problem with it.
It's not hyper adapted, it's just broken. It has no weaknesses except for Exodia.
That's what hyper adaptive means.
It means it has little to no vulnerability.
Okay, then yes, you're correct, Big Greg. It is hyper adapted. Blizzard just kept giving them answers, and then they added Anduin. And Priest is a class that is balanced around not being able to do burst and not being able to do easy ping damage. And they gave Priest both of these things. Honestly, if...
By the way, Richard, have you tried the dual class arena yet?
No, I don't like arena.
Well,
I imagine
well, you get a free run of it. Keep in mind.
I don't care.
And the dual class thing, it's fun as hell. It's fun as hell.
Why don't you start streaming Hearthstone then, Butcher?
I do. I should actually start fucking streaming it, but I want to do this stuff first.
Yeah, but why don't you start streaming Hearthstone?
Streaming Hearthstone. I don't have the time. I have Occam and what have you to be doing. And honestly, at this point, I just don't have the enthusiasm for the game.
That's understandable.
I'm just gonna wait until Blizzard prints a fuck Prius in the ass card next expansion, which I pretty much guarantee is coming.
Oh yeah, especially with the new like Lich King shit, adding more bullshit for them.
Yeah, no. Shadow Reaper Anduin on its own is not actually broken. It's when the hero power costs 0 that it becomes broken. Imagine if there was a card that read.
You know what they need? You know what they need to do?
Damage for each card you played this game.
Do you know what would prevent mana from getting stronger? If they made cards that require duplicates.
Yeah, there is in Wild. Miracle Rogue running 2 beneath the ground has become popular. Why? Because you play them, and then Prius can't play Raza, they can't play Kazakus, they can't play Reno, and it fucks them. And it's 6 duplicates, so they can't really draw through it. Plus, when they do draw a duplicate, a 4/4 that they can't remove comes out. So then the rogue can beat them over the head with it.
You know what I loved using for Mage? The fucking Armored Knight. 4/4 that makes you only take 1 damage.
Yeah, the Arcane Knight is alright. Here's honestly the only combo, or the only counter I can think of to, what's the word? To Prius. One is some kind of super mind breaker, like legendary destroy your opponent's hero power.
Well, Eric, I just learned how to glitch my fucking dodge.
Good job. Yeah, that would do it. What else? Some kind of heal for all
Problem is
the
I can't.
damage you took last turn card. No, that's not really good enough. Actually, yeah, that's the only thing that'll kill Reno Prius. Or, actually, there's another thing they can do. They can go into the game and kill Raza, Shadow Reaper, Anduin. You can...
Actually, I think Discard is a chance to fuck him up, but that's about it. Actually,
What they should do.
Actually, if you think about it, Discard decks have a chance to actually, like, counter Reno.
Discard is cute, but it's
not enough, basically.
One... Here's how some kind of mill rogue, mill druid, disco lock, or play Magic the Gathering now, the Warlock would go. Am I facing Reno Priest? If so, if I get lucky and I mill one of their combo pieces, either Raza or Shadow Reaper Anduin, and mind you, those are 2 cards out of 30 that I have to hit specifically, then I win. Against basically every single other deck, I get fucked. Does that sound like good odds to be flattering with ever?
More or less a case of you have to know they fucking have that deck.
Yeah, you can't know that because you can't know who your opponent is, your next opponent is. The only time Mill Rogue or something like that would become prevalent would be when the entire meta is Prius. And that's just more of the same problem, right? It becomes 2 decks are...
The 2-deck wonder bullshit.
At least with Questra, which was basically the nascent form of Reno Priest in terms of dominance.
Whatever happened to that?
Blizzard nerfed it. That's literally it. It was a black hole on the meta, but not even close to what fucking Priest has done. And Blizzard decided, actually, if we got rid of this, the meta would be perfect. And you know what? It was. Everything was viable in fucking Ungora. And I do mean everything. You had Paladin, you had Control Paladin, you had Aggro Paladin, you had Midrange Paladin, you had Hunter. People didn't think you had Hunter, but you did. You had Mage. You had like 2 versions of Mage.
You had like a few versions of Shaman.
Okay, like Shaman wasn't super there in Ungora.
You had a few versions though that were doable though.
I played a bit of Elemental Shaman and it was okay, but it kind of had the same problem as it does now, which is that it's just too darn fair. And the game doesn't do fair anymore. It does bullshit.
So, it's Blizzard. They haven't made a really decent game since
They're trying to turn it into Steam also.
Yeah, but they're failing. They
Hearthstone
fail us.
is alright. They keep making mistakes. Every
They're
time
not
it's something.
mistakes. They purposely do it. They did the same thing with Diablo, same thing with StarCraft. They purposely did it. It's not a mistake.
Diablo wasn't too bad. It just wasn't a good successor.
I'll tell you what they did on purpose was making even the aggro decks require legendaries. That was on purpose. That's greed right there. However, I don't think anybody made aggro shaman on purpose. Because that deck was dirt cheap, so it didn't get you much gold. It didn't make Blizzard much money, and it was horse shit. Greg, do you remember aggro shaman?
Oh, that fucking bullshit.
Thank you.
I dealt with it once or twice. Thankfully, I had the right deck to deal with it at the time.
The only reason I know it was on purpose is because
In other words, I had a dirt cheap deck against a dirt cheap deck, basically.
It's because they did the same. Well,
aggro shaman.
It was something extra cheesy. I forget what it was.
Probably Face Hunter. There's something that out aggroed it. I don't know.
Well, Richard, have you played Diablo 2?
Eh?
Have you played Diablo 2?
No, man. I don't like those kinds of grindy games.
Okay, so
ain't
you
that
haven't played
grindy.
Diablo 2 or Warcraft 3. You would know.
I mean,
Warcraft 3.
2 is less grindy than 3.
You would know
Probably.
that. You would know that. They did a lot of stuff on purpose, and the same staff got transferred to Hearthstone. So the same staff, the stuff on purpose, is working on Hearthstone. So most of the stuff they do is likely on purpose.
I somewhat doubt that, partly because they, how do we say, if, again, aggro shaman is the best example, Undertaker was a good example, what else? There's a lot of times where Blizzard does things where they would make less money if it was on purpose. For example, aggro shaman was a deck that was dirt cheap and basically crowded out most of the more expensive decks. That's not how it would work. I'll tell you what's on purpose. Before, no aggro deck ran any legendaries. Now every aggro deck runs at least one. It's either Keleseth or patches. Sometimes it's both. That's deliberate. That was on purpose. They're like, you know what? We can make everyone be forced to buy more packs if we have no decks in the game that are competitive and cheap. I mean, like mid-range shaman, or not mid-range shaman, mid-range hunter is kind of there, but not really.
I do agree with you around that fact, but I don't agree with you completely because I noticed something. A lot of companies do minor effects, that seem on purpose half the time, but most of the time they're not on purpose.
Okay, my gun isn't fucking piercing through.
Anyways, the point is.
And I actually watch a lot of interviews from other producers and designers, and the one thing I notice is some of the stuff are complete on accident, and it's very rare it's on accident, but most of the time it's deliberately plotted to head content in a certain area on purpose, but they do minor events on purpose like that, and might just say, and don't fix it, because they want to actually keep the game going to an extent. Even if
The only
it's
exception
lost.
for lack of balance is basically Tavern Brawl and Hearthstone. But that's
Yeah, I know.
but that's because it's meant to be a fucking shits and gigs thing, though.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was really fun. The one before ShiftCon, where you got to pick one of each, one of 3 cards every time you drew something.
Oh yeah. You mean choose 10 cards, have it all in your deck, and basically discover them?
Yeah, that was Brawl. Admittedly, Priest was king in that one too, but
It was more or less because of
I
the.
was willing to tolerate it. It wasn't grind you out Priest. It was surprise.
It was Sorcerer Apprentice Priest.
44 cleric Priest.
It was Sorcerer Apprentice Priest. No, it's a Sorcerer Apprentice
Yes.
Mage.
It's that one. The Wumble combo, Inner Fire.
And there was also
Radiant Elemental, North
there was also
Side.
another one that was hilarious. It was basically Mage had this thing where they would spam Sorcerer Apprentice.
Yeah, that one's cute.
It was funny
Mage
because
and Priest had access to the most broken combo in that brawl, and this is how it was. You play anything that reduces the cost of your card persistently by 1. So either Elemental or Sorcerer's Apprentice. You then
Which
play
only
Gadget
those two
and
classes
Auctioneer
had.
And play anything. You will then infinitely draw
Do you know what I did?
1 mana Discover cards.
I did Catalyst Tomes and fucking Arcane Intelligence spam.
That's cute.
Because they were free for me, and then I used using the Arcane Intelligence to get the Catalyst Tomes, and then the Catalyst Tomes were free because I had 5 of them. It was
That's
basic.
adorable. A more direct thing to do is to run like Ice Lance.
And then I played Yogstar on after it all.
That's the cute version.
That's if you want to be if you want to make a fucking laser light show.
And keep pushing the button on their face. Once you have gadgets, then you will infinitely discover more Ice Lances. You literally don't run out of cards. You just run out of time in your turn. And then Priest did that one better because you could take 1 minion and suddenly turn it into like a 44/44 in 1 turn.
I think I've done that at one point because I used to Reform in there at one point too. I kept spamming the 10/10 fucking card he gives you.
That takes too long. With this deck, you want to be winning on turn 6. It's an aggro deck. You can actually play it in regular Hearthstone. It's just not very good because
gimmicky.
Yeah. Basically, if you don't get the combo cards in the right order, or if you just get a really bad start, then you just end up stranded and you do nothing and die. Also, if your opponent is really good at dealing with individual minions, you can't really get anything started. Like Rogue would shit on that deck. They're like, oh, something.
That's because that's fucking Rogue's specialty.
Fuck you. Priest also, even though they only have 1 death and sometimes not even 1 in tune, they always seem to have some kind of answer. That's something else entirely though.
Well, Priest's the whole thing is he counters it. He's designed to counter play.
That's just bad design on Blizzard's part. They basically made a class that can never be good without being complete. Well, actually, you know what? Usually I don't like using Cancer, but honestly, Cancer is the best fucking analogy here because it chokes the life out of everything else.
Sounds about right.
It just multiplies and chokes the life out of everything else. Honestly, if I was Blizzard, that's what I would do, is I would change Raza. Not Anduin or anything, just Raza so that he cannot work with Shadow Reaper Anduin. Make it like...
No, better yet, make it so it doesn't linger.
Cause a 0.
Better yet, don't make it... You know what the problem is with it? It lingers. Even if you switch a hero power.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, make it so, like, you have to do it again if you're gonna fucking, like, if you just switch to, like, Shadow Reaper Anduin or something.
Oh, man, it should be impossible to reduce Shadow Reaper Anduin.
So you mean, like, a Justicar Trueheart thing, basically?
Yeah. The hero power is actually pretty balanced when it has a mana cost, because there's a hard cap. Even if you got, like, the perfect dream, like, 5 fucking Circle of Healings for some reason.
Or fucking, or a bunch of maidens of the like the lake or something somehow.
Yeah, you'd only be able to hero power 5 times max. Even if you hero power twice a turn, but you've spent 4 mana, that's pretty balanced. That's about on the same level as Paladin with just a card up hero power.
Fuck you, Armored Knight.
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger, but it's not going to strangle the life out of everything. More importantly, you can't do 20 damage in 1 turn as Priest to your opponent's face. It's actually pretty...
Finally, you fucking died.
You know, all you need to do 24 damage to your opponent's face is you play Spawn of Shadows, hero power, then you play 3 cards. That's it. You know how easy it is to play 3 cards?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing. Priest should never have burst, period. They can have the rest since it's kind of too late to change anything, but they shouldn't have burst. Ever. The entire class was balanced around them not having burst, not having easy ways to prune the board.
Finally, I killed all those fucking guys.
Now they're just...
This whole thing is a chase down while I'm fighting Card Knight zombies and fucking and an invulnerable Executioner. It's just so fucking annoying. Because if I get hit by an Executioner, I lose all my life. I instantly get killed.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he does do it to his enemies too. Like anyone he targets, he pretty much fucking destroys. there is like a silver lining to that fucking bullshit.
Fucking Okie Dokie Literature Club, man. Have you played that game, Greg?
Nope.
It's like Undertale fucked school days, man. It's left me emotionally drained. There's a semi-good ending, but still.
Too much feels.
You gotta just experience it for yourself, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough.
It's
Aborted. You're stuck.
okay. Here's the only warning the game gives you. It looks like a dating sim. It quacks like a dating sim. And then it has the disclaimer at the very beginning. This game is not suitable for children or the easily disturbed.
She's aimless, shiftless.
It goes ape shit. Depending on what you do. Well, it's not all bad because I had an occasion to play this. It felt super appropriate. You'll know if you do decide to play it. It's free, by the way. Put it in the pit of memes.
It deserves to be a meme.
I don't know about a meme. This thing was fucked up.
Sometimes memes are fucked up. That's why we have 9/11 memes.
Oh. That's a fair point. I don't know.
It's not it's poor taste, but it's still there. That's the problem. Yeah, man.
This isn't a very memeable game. Undertale is a memeable game. This is not memeable at all, man. I can't say shit. Yeah.
Can't think of
I'll
anything to
give you a
meme
fucking
from it.
You need to suffer with me. I mean, I got a good end, but still.
I'll give it a shot at one point. Might not
Yeah,
stream
sure.
it, but hey.
I mean, if you want to.
Unless it's a spook game. I need a bonus one.
Okay, I'd say it's kind of a spook game.
In other words, it has to have something fucked up to it.
I can't say anything. You gotta go into this blind, man. Or mostly blind.
On a scale of 1 to spook, how spook is it?
Maximum spook.
Alright. Considered.
Here. It's completely free. It takes like 2 hours.
I know, I just can't view it at the moment because, you know, this game.
I know, I'll leave it in your thing. For you to peruse at your discretion.
If you want, you can watch. Are you even watching this stream?
No, man.
Well, if you want, you can always do it. Just pick it up.
I'm applying to university right now.
Fine.
I just got sidetracked.
I get as far as I can chapter 4 before I get tired of this shit.
Oh, I need some snuggles. I gotta play some Slime Rancher to cleanse my palate. I was messed up.
Slime Rancher's always good.
Yeah, it's nice.
One of those games I want to get, actually.
Hunger!
Fuck.
Nah.
Fell off a ledge.
Destined pepperonis.
Should I stream? I guess I'm gonna do like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna do like 30 more minutes. I just don't feel like playing this for more than 2 hours. It's mainly because my sleep schedule is like mildly fucked. Fuck. There's been nothing on this end I can use.
Alright. I'm gonna head out.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard. Of course. Who's still on this like call? Chat? No one? Chat.
Well, my family's
Okay.
Romanians. Hey, well, my family comes
That's
from
good.
Romania, so they hate Turkish.
Alright. Guess I just jumped into a rather random conversation.
Well, apparently, Kid Joker actually has had terrible experiences with Muslims as a young kid too.
As a young kid, I still have terrible fucking experiences with Muslims. I live in a Muslim, not dominated, predominant community. Like I live in an area of California known as Kern County, specifically by Bakersfield. This place is so filled with minorities that white people have now become the minority, actually. Latinos are the majority.
Actually, I think that's kind of an understandable thing in that, like, anywhere near, like, Mexico is pretty much has a Latino-dominated area.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, I feel for you because I'm a German, white, Romanian, French person going to those areas, so went into those areas. So it was worse for me. Like, it's like when you go to an area where if you're it's like my family's from my family's from actual Mexico, so if they go into an area where they actually have like the full races there, and it's like they have actually been called out for it. It's terrible. But for me, it's like, and there's also the areas here where you have the full race against white people too. It goes both ways. It fucking sucks. I'll be honest.
That's what happens in places that have, like, when you have a community of just minorities and stuff, it tends to, like, just, shit hits the fan, and it just was crashing down.
I know. Actually, do you guys want to hear a funny story about how racist Mexicans can be? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I heard stories how racist they can be. I also heard my cousin's grandma is ran away from Mexico because the cartel was going to kill her.
So spaghetti. No. Let me rephrase. Do you want to hear a story about how racist my Mexican family can be?
Yep, I want to hear this.
Alright, so I have a friend named Ashley Castro. She's say 5'6", 5'8", girl with very pale skin and blue-green eyes. She has chestnut colored hair.
Sounds nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's very pretty. She's also a full-blooded Mexican, like born and raised Mexican.
Okay.
Speaks flawless English. I brought her home when I was maybe 16 for the first time, maybe 17. No, about 16, give or take. One of the two. And we were, just talking, hanging out, and then my mom, starts talking to me in Spanish, not thinking that my friend Ashley can understand, not realizing that she's a full-blooded Mexican. And my mom was like, "Wow, she's pretty for a white girl. Carlos, you should marry her so you can get your green card."
That's the most stereotypical thing someone could ever say. Like, say.
My friend responds in flawless Spanish, "Ma'am, I'm as illegal as he is."
She got told.
Oh.
Damn, she got told.
Well, it's kind of funny. Here's why I said to people in real life. I'm like, there's racism and sexism on both sides. You can't just say one's not the other. Come on now. Like, that's the truth. But that's just what happens.
Doesn't matter where you go, there's always a problem. Somewhere.
I have a Spaghetti, you said Armenians are your favorite, right?
Well, no, my family's Romanian. My family is Romanian German.
So okay, so I was talking about Armenians. So I have a friend who had a bad experience with Armenians because he used to work at a what was it? A farmer's market. And he used to hate Armenians because he would say, "Oh, okay, you can get 3 for 5 or 9 for 10." And then the Armenians would haggle with him, and he'd go, "No, you can get 3 for 5 or 9 for 10." And they would still haggle with him, and he goes, "No, you don't understand. You can get 3 for 5 or 9 for 10." And then the Armenian girl is like, "Oh, I will not buy from you if you do not lower the price." And he goes, "All right, I guess you're not buying from me." And that is how the war with the Armenians started with my friend.
That's about right.
That sounds about right.
He's also a blonde, blue-eyed white guy.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, I just like hearing these stories. They're hilarious. Well, I'm in another chat room, and this guy's family's from Mexico, right?
Didn't someone call you a racist at one point, Eric?
They did.
What are you guys' names, by the way, so I don't call you guys Dragon and Spaghetti?
Yeah, you can call me whatever.
That's what you call me.
You can call me Greg if you want.
Greg, I'm Carlos, by the way.
I don't use my real name because my real name's my real name's an actual Islamic name, and I hate it.
Dude, I have a name whose real name. I have a friend whose real name is Hoeb. Fuck, I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. Basically, it's. He says that the romanticized version is Golem.
No, so my name's actual as Islamic warrior's name, and I hate it. So I just go by Alex or Eric online. Doesn't matter. Take your pick.
Alright, well, my full name is, Google it if you want, ladies. Carlos, sorry, let me say with the accent just so you guys can get extra familiar with it. Carlos Salomón Ramírez Contreras.
Carlos Almuez Mercedes. Carlos Almuez Mercedes.
I highly doubt anyone will ever be able to follow that in one go.
I can only follow the first two.
So let me say it romanticized. Carlos Salomón Ramirez Contreras.
I'm not used to saying it. I can only say the first 2 words of a fast name like that. I can't say 3 of them. That's my problem. So I can go as Carlos Ramirez, but I can't say any higher.
Yeah, because I've noticed that a lot of Canadians can't say Ramirez. They can say Ramirez.
Ramirez? Oh.
Yeah, they say Ramirez whenever they try to say my name.
I roll it. It's French. It's French Canadian. We roll our tongues. Like, how do you mean? It happens.
That's my full name. If you Google it, you will actually find that I have done some incredible things that I would love to brag about.
Like what? Go ahead.
At the age of 17, I was a national contender to the Virtual Enterprise Project. I managed to place, I think, 6 out of 78 places. I ended up, because I qualified for nationals, I went to New York where I placed 17 out of 25 of the best schools in the world. In the world. Because it was the, once we passed nationals, we went to internationals. So even though we didn't win, we got a trophy for, I don't remember what, but we also got a gold award for something. That was all our first year ever being in the competition.
Nice.
First year teaching.
Do you want to hear something funny, Carlos? I was talking to someone yesterday, right? And my family's from Europe and from Canada, so and from different countries. So it's very more. And we have a very diverse family. Okay, so this one guy called me a white nationalist.
A reflection sometimes exposes more reality.
I ain't
than
joking you,
objective.
and I hate the white nationalist view at all times.
Spaghetti, I was once bullied for being Arab.
What? I don't assume if you're Arab or not, because you can have lighter skin tones. A darker skin tones be Indian or Mexican or actual Hispanic or Jewish, and you can't even tell the difference.
I was 12 and 4'8". I'm 6'2" now, by the way. I would absolutely love to see the fool who like would poke fun at me now. I'm 6'2" working in manual labor. Just picture that.
Well, I do. My cousin's at least 6'1", and he works in manual labor, and his arms are like the workout builder arm size, so I can picture it. And he is actually Hispanic and has the full skin color, so I can picture it.
I have the legs of a god, Spaghetti.
But do you know how you're talking about how your friend had light skin and she's Hispanic?
Yes.
His brother is a light-skinned Hispanic, and they insulted him for it too sometimes. Some people did. His brother came up and was like, "That's my brother."
By Latino standards, I have fairly average skin. Another example of how racist my family is that I get picked on for having light skin. Quote unquote light skin.
Oh no, it's okay. My family is known as ginger
Sounds like
spawns.
typical bullshit.
We have ginger spawns. Every person with red hair at least has 1 or 2 red hair kids.
Like I once, blatantly told my family, "Oh, I'm sorry for not being a burnt cookie."
Meanwhile, I'm dealing with the meat cave in this fucking game.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're very neutral here. We understand all those issues. We're not like assholes with it.
Look, you know what makes me even sadder?
What?
What?
Alright, so when I was 15, I joined a group called Building Healthy Communities, which is a community group funded by the California Endowment. Basically, within a year, I became the representative of an entire city at the age of like 16, right?
That's ambition.
My community and make it a better place. And the amount of shit I got because I was Mexican.
I'm so sorry, but that's just funny that it was likely because you were Mexican that did that, but that's hilarious.
And I gotta voice Ghost Bombers and fucking Wasp Dynamos. Great.
I'm sorry, I feel bad for you. That's just terrible.
Look, Spaghetti, I changed the water filtration system with me and a friend helped change the policy for water filtration in Cook County because there was an arsenic problem and the shit that we did literally changed the fucking policies for an entire county in California.
Sorry.
Waged war multiple times with the U.S. government because they refused to give me my DACA card, which is basically what legally allows me to stay here. I waged war for an entire year and won. And because they refused to give it to me because they didn't believe that I had been here for 12 years now.
Do you know what? I congratulate you because a lot of people here say we've been here for 20 years, we didn't want our card, but we want to still work here and not pay and live here, but we don't want to get our card, so we're gonna complain to get deported. Do you know what? If you're gonna complain about being deported, then get your damn card. In which I congratulate you for that, because you got your card.
The problem is people are idiots and they think you don't need things, but in reality you do.
But
So yeah, like I fought for my community, and then I still get fucking
bullshit out of it.
Like Mexicans and like fucking Latinos and Middle Easterns for like just the randomest shit, and it just breaks my heart because I'm just like I gave you clean drinking water, and you can't give me a fucking apple without making a goddamn comment. Thank you very much, America, for breaking my will.
Oh. I'm just finding funny. I'm like, okay, so do you know Jewish people, right? I talked to this Jewish woman online. and their family's so stingy they will steal anything from them. And I'm not joking.
Yeah, when I went to go visit New York, I bought my friend one of those commemorative penny things from the Statue of Liberty. I put it on the floor when I got back to school. I put it on the floor. Within 3, maybe 4 seconds, my Jewish friend immediately spotted and dove for it.
That's about right.
To him, it just looked like a regular penny. But he fucking spotted it, and I don't mean like he lunged for it. I mean he dove, like fucking swan dove.
Like about to do some Mission Impossible shit.
like dolphin dived from fucking Black Ops.
So basically, he was like pulling some Mission Impossible shit.
He was pulling the Jewish guy from Family Guy, basically.
Oh no. All I can say is, oh no.
Oh. See, I
Like,
kind of...
it's hard not to stereotype people when they make it so easy.
And you know what? I agree with Greg. Where I live, I
like, if you don't want the stereotypes to form, then don't do the stereotypes.
Yeah, and so
Simple
I
as
rip on the
that.
people who do stereotypes all the time.
But by the way, do you know who I found out has the best black jokes?
What?
Black people.
Of course, because they feel like they're entitled to doing them.
Yep.
No. No one. This is a direct quote from my friend. No one hates niggers like black people.
So true.
I agree.
Oh, that's so true.
Not banned from Twitch. Just joking.
Yeah, she's also the palest human being I've met. And she's black.
Oh, yours. Okay, here's the thing. Me and Greg both hate social justice warriors because of how much bullshit they pull.
Oh no, they're absolutely vile. Like literally.
We also hate the conservatives for being so vile. Also, like how they were rude to you about your.
I mean, no one's safe when it comes to that. Like everyone has a problem.
And so. To me, and
Spaghetti, you cut out for a sec.
He's just saying no one's safe. Like, when it comes to anything, and no one's safe to like any sort of bullshit. Alright, shut this down.
By the way, so my friend, her name is Sienna. She's one of the most brilliant human beings I've ever met. I'm a nationally ranked student. She makes me look like a retarded child.
Damn.
Oh, did you see the video where the one girl took someone's hat and said, Trump is against Latinos, and this guy has to be banned from campus.
What?
People say the stupidest things. I mean, that guy has literally supported like more people than anyone else could ever do.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just surprised that they allow hats on campus.
That too.
Yeah, but that's what I don't give a shit about what that person said. I'm just surprised they allowed hats on campus.
What sorcery is this?
Yeah, what the hell? That's obviously fake. That was planted.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't planted. The girl actually was in the office and trying to say my rights are being oppressed.
Then again, people are pushovers nowadays when it comes to like how they act and crap.
Very few people's rights have been oppressed as the Latinos and, you know, the black people, the LGBT community, but that's just stupid. They have a literal right to wear whatever they fucking want. Yeah, you're allowed to be stupid in public. There's nothing stopping you. Oh my god.
It makes you think.
Well, here's the thing. There's this white Asian woman on another chat, right? And she's hilarious. She's like, someone asking if you're illegal or not, it should be illegal because you shouldn't profile people that are Hispanic or etc. They should be free to walk wherever they want without being profiled or asking for your ID.
Like if someone's that self-conscious and butthurt about someone being a different race, that sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, she is, and secretly several times, the guy who said he supports it was Hispanic.
Oh, wait, Greg.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Kern County?
Nope.
Graham
Most
County.
United States. No.
Nope.
Highest arsenic count per billion.
I don't pay attention to like various hazardous reports and stuff.
Most deaths are caused by police brutality or abuse of force in the United States. No.
Okay, first of all,
I'm not one to
is
pay
it
attention
them
to the news
creating
lately.
is it them creating the abusiveness, or is it the actual police? Is the question.
The police. They're like
Oh.
The Huffington Post and I forgot what other newspaper
Lizzie
did
hated locked rooms. Her room was
did several
further from the fire
reports
than mine.
on Kern County, and
Smoke could not have killed her.
people were showing
She
me that
never
the other
locked
day,
her
and I was like,
door.
huh,
And besides,
this
she
place is
knew
better
another
than
way
I
out of the
thought.
house.
Because I thought it was
Out of the
much
window.
worse than this.
Someone incapacitated.
Well, here's the thing.
Lizzie
I asked this because
and locked her
sometimes the
in,
police
then took
have
her
to do it
downstairs and
because
started the
it's
fire to cover up
the
that
job's
crime.
dangerous.
No,
Okay, so if
worse,
you're going
it
somewhere
was to
where
kill us
guns are
all.
rampant, then it's probably going to be higher. That's why I asked, because it depends.
I'm not afraid, and it has never bothered me. Even though I've been told that several times that this place has the highest police brutality rates in the United States and the highest deaths caused by police officers, because I know the police department. Like my ex-girlfriend was very good friends with them, and she introduced me to the sheriff's department once. We hit it off. They love me.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question. Who is nicer?
What happened?
I'm going to ask you this question, though. Who is nicer? The Caucasians or your own community?
The Caucasians.
Reckless or insulting should never go unreturning.
Oh.
Sounds about right. Rarely ever do I ever see some like nasty conversation from like another Caucasian.
Okay, so I had to
This is
ask
from personal
because
experience.
in another chat, I asked the same thing. This guy was black, right? He came back from descent. I asked him, who was worse, your own community or the Caucasians? He's like, fuck that, the Caucasians saved my life several times. So I'd rather be with Caucasians.
Shit.
This is funny because I am...
Just one of those things where you like... It makes you wonder why some stereotypes form, and it's mainly because the community... I mean, think about it. Stuff like that reflects off the community times.
Yeah, so that's why I asked. Because I only asked because I honestly know, I do agree with some do suffer police brutality. Some, not all. But I asked if, like, I actually pay attention to this, because, have you heard what's been happening to Canada?
Was it the fucking thing where they're trying to legalize stoning?
Okay, so in Canada, they, just recently, they tried to teach little kids in a school district how to kill Jews.
That is fucked up.
Yeah. And the same people who wrote the book are rewriting the book again. And they're not being examined. Yeah. Canada's really in like
It seems like it's becoming the South of.
It is the South at this point. Like, we have an open border, so if you walk to the border, you can get processed in 2 hours. But if you pay to get in, it takes you 5 years. Like, yeah. Yeah. No.
Something tells me the reason why they try to keep you from delaying as much as possible when you pay. It's because they know your money and they don't want you to go in just yet. No, because they're hoping it will fucking be fixed by the time you go in.
Yeah.
Canadian money has never fit in my wallet, and that upsets me.
I know, it's so big.
Why does your money have to be unusually large? I mean, I've seen Chinese. I've actually held Chinese currency before, and it's not that big.
As as weird as Canadian money feels, Mexican money looks like it's straight out of a fucking tabletop board.
Like a Monopoly game?
No, it's straight plastic.
Oh, ours is plastic now too.
I know it is. Pesos feel faker than that.
Really? That is rather amusing, actually.
Pesos are partially transparent.
Oh, it's that type of fake.
Oh,
No. Oh no.
Oh, they tried doing that, but it was counterfeit the whole time.
You gotta respect. If your government does not respect their currency, then clearly that currency is not going to be worth much.
Greg, my government doesn't respect its people.
Fair enough.
Your own people don't respect their own people, though.
My own people don't respect my own people. Okay, no. Let me put it this way. My best friend's grandmother was a drug queen.
Could I say it's a society of disrespect?
Okay, let's put it this way. This is Canada. Because the Christians had Christmas, it had to be Happy Holidays, okay? But
They do that here.
If you have a Hindu or Islam, etc., you don't have to say Happy Holidays. But if it's under Christian or white religion, it has to be Happy Holidays. Otherwise, it's culture appropriating in Canada.
Fuck, I didn't hit high stereo mode yet.
Yes, Kid Joker?
Oh no, you know I'm gonna say something awful yet hilarious, don't you?
Well, hold on 1 minute. I'm done fucking playing this game. I'm gonna stop my stream now.